Alrighty, what's good boys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are here at Southwick for round 5 of the Pro Motocross Championship. This is Moto 2. Moto 1, we actually got like a top 3 start. We actually led like half a lap, got past, and then the leader actually crashed in front of me and took me down with him. Then I managed to get back up before he did, so I was back in first, and then Tyler come past me, Cam come past me, Lynn's come past me. But we led a lap or so, which is more than what I was expecting to be, doing at Southwick. But we'll not be showing Moto 1 today. If you guys know how I run these videos, if we got 6th for Moto 1, then you know that we did better in Moto 2, basically. So yeah, we're about a lap and a half, nearly 2 laps in now, and my goal for the first few laps is to literally not crash, because everyone spreads out, everyone gets into their own vibe and flow, and everyone's not really close by that point. So the best thing to do is just be smooth and consistent the first few laps. Not worry too much about the people in front of you. It's a long race, it's a 35-minute race, so you can spend the first 1 or 2 laps kind of riding safe, not to the point where you're losing so much time, but to the point where you haven't got to be dive bombing people and riding erratically and trying to push as hard as you possibly can. You just don't want to crash in the first few laps because you lose so many positions, and when it comes to sand, you need to find a flow to be somewhat competitive, and crashing and getting going again is so much longer in sand.
What?
Well, we did have about 8 seconds on the guy behind us, and now we just crashed somehow. I literally was doing that every single jump, every single lap. I don't really know what that was, but the bike just gave up on landing. But yeah, we literally had an 8-second gap on the guys behind, and now it's about 3. So time to lock back in again and find that flow, because after you crash, you just have to sort of force yourself to get back into a flow again. Yeah, Dylan, he made his way around me, but I want to try and get him back. He did get P3 in Moto 1 though, so I know he's going to be quick, but I want to try and get him back and just have someone to sort of push onto. Just so it ended up going down there, but I wanted to try and squeeze him, but obviously he's my teammate, so I'm not going to push him too much. I'm not going to push him off the track, so I was very nice to him there. I let him around the outside, but yeah, let's try and get him back. To be honest, I didn't even know how to front tuck, but we didn't lose too much time from it, so we just got to get up and just get going again. But yeah, really annoying crash. I managed to build a pretty big gap on the riders behind me, and then JS7 made a mistake, so I knew I had about 8-9 seconds to play with here, so I charged a little bit. I was like, right, I've got time to really push. If a mistake happens, then I'm not going to lose position behind. But we managed to push, managed to make the pass, and yeah, that puts us up in position. So we're now up into P6, we've got Callum ahead of us. Callum started in 3rd, I think, 2nd or 3rd. So he's slowly been coming back down, so I knew that he was dropping back a little bit. So I knew that if I just put some good laps together, pushed a little bit, I'd go up to him and then he'd slowly drop down to me. So that's what we did basically, we just kept pushing and pushing until we got up to Callum. So Dylan actually ended up going down, and Callum was right in front of him as well. So that's 2 positions right in front of me now that we can try and get. So I wanted to just keep pushing. Callum was going to come back to me, and yeah, let's see if we can catch up to Dylan again. Then all of a sudden Rax was behind me. I'm sure I had a gap on Rax. I look behind me, he's right behind me, but that's just what Rax is like. But yeah, I wasn't going to fight Rax. If you guys have raced Rax before, he's a very move or be moved rider. And I know that he's obviously faster than me. There's not really a reason for me to try and hold him up and battle. I'll end up slowing myself down doing that. So I didn't fight it. I just sort of moved over, let him jump over me because, to be honest, I'd rather just move out his way a little bit than just be absolutely yeeted over a berm because, unfortunately, that's just how he rides. But it is what it is. He's fast, obviously, so I'm not going to bother fighting it too much, like I said. I'd end up slowing myself down, trying to hold him off and cover lines and be defensive. I may as well just let him by and cling onto the back of him because I'd rather not end up on the floor, to be honest. So yeah, Dylan made a mistake, managed to get around him, and then Callum also made a mistake. That was right on the back of him, and then he went down again. So this is exactly where you just got to be consistent in sand, because yes, Dylan was probably faster on the night. He got third in Moto 1, so he got a podium in Moto 1. But it just sort of proves that if you keep crashing in sand, you lose so much more time than little old me that's just being consistent, probably a lap off of his pace. So it just kind of shows that if you're being consistent, you're being smart, you're not over pushing it, you're not crashing 3 to 4 times a lap, then you know you could just be smooth and just make passes when people make a mistake. That's sort of my riding style, is pass when they make a mistake. I'm very smooth and very consistent. I don't rush things. I'm not going to rush a pass. I know how much time I've got left of the race. So yeah, it's just about being consistent when it comes to sand. Obviously, I'm not the fastest when it comes to sand, so I just try to stay up, try and be smooth. I don't rush things, I don't push it too much. And yeah, it worked for them 2 positions, so we're now up into a top 5 position, boys. And yeah, we're actually skipping like half a lap to a lap forwards, and we've already put about a 7 and a bit gap on the guys behind. So now it's just all about managing the race. There isn't too much time left. So yeah, now it's just trying to manage the gap and just keep it where it is, basically. Don't overdo it. Whether I beat Callum by a second or I beat him by 10 seconds, you still beat him. So yeah, I'm just at this point managing the gap. If I'm not losing time, I'm not speeding up, basically. I don't even know what that was, but I just hit a hole and went OTB like crazy. Like, I had no control over that. Bump, boom, gone. I was like, oh my god, what did I just hit? Like, I felt like I hit something. But we lose that position. Callum, again, managed. I kind of feel bad for Callum. Every time he got around me, he'd just front flip or crash. And I think it was always in that same section. So I got to the point where I was like, okay, Callum's passed me, but he's probably going to make a mistake, because I think that was 2 or 3 times he passed me and then crashed or made a mistake in that lap. So we're ahead of Callum again after that crash. We're back into the top 5, and again, we just got a poor bit of a gap and just manage it, be smooth, not long after the race now. And again, we managed to get the gap to 10 seconds in about a lap, and then unfortunately front tuck, and then I thought it was in gear, so I just wiped the throttle on, and I was in neutral, so I had to faff around, put it in gear, push it forwards, and yeah. Luckily though, Callum ended up going down, I think, just behind me, so we still have a good gap behind us, which is good. Final lap now then, boys. I have 10 seconds on the leaderboard from Dylan. However, Dylan is probably like 5 seconds behind me. So, final lap here, boys. I just got to put a nice lap together, not make any big mistakes or crash. And yeah, this is a top 5, boys. But yeah, boys, final few corners here. We managed to hold Dylan off, we managed to hold Callum off. And yeah, I will take a 6.5 in Southwick. I was not expecting to do that great. Obviously, I'm not the best in sand. and I missed High Point. Then we had the week off, so I haven't actually done the aerial gate drop in like 2.5 weeks, and I've also got back from holiday a few days ago. So yeah, I haven't really been grinding, I haven't really been playing much, so I was very, very happy with this top 5 at Southwick. We went 6-5 for a P6 overall. Would have been nice to get top 5 overall, but 6-5, I wanted to take it. I was very, very happy with that. But yeah, 6-5, 6th overall, gained some good points back after missing High Point. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Little rev there. I hope you guys enjoy. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Peace.